What's going on, y'all? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland, cleanpowerwash.com. Want to talk about pressure hose. Probably seen some of the other videos. We usually buy this gray. This is the, let's just double check that this is the 2R. It's 3/8 inch, 6,000 PSI, can handle high pressure. Again, it's 2R, which means it's double thickness. It's heavier, but it's going to last a lot longer. You can look at all this hose. Most of this hose is at least 6 months to a year old. Holds up very well. I think last year we probably had upwards of 1,500 feet of hose, and I think we had, by the end of the year, maybe 4 sections that had finally blown. That is in comparison to this other hose that we have here that we're taking off of our rig. See that? You can see how the small sheathing or cover has just completely come off of this. This is not necessarily that it was the end piece, but we've got lots and lots of burrs and stuff where the actual braiding is coming apart. And when you're reeling up the hose, it's not fun when that punctures into your hand at whatever miles per hour the hose reels it up at. That's why we buy that gray hose. This black hose is stuff that actually came with some of the pressure washers that we bought. Usually it's not going to be as good a hose as the other stuff. We always buy 100-foot sections. We may switch that up in the future and start buying 200-foot sections, so less connections. And also just want to point this out. We decided to switch to all stainless steel fittings. They are more expensive. It is something that I always have to make sure that my guys remember that when a hose does bust, we are taking these things off. Other than the O-rings, which we might replace a couple times a year, these stainless steel couplers are going to be great for a long, long time. And I don't see the brand name on them. Whatever. They're whatever Russ sent me or whatever. I actually think those ones actually came from Lisa at Power Wash Store, but it doesn't really matter there. The Legacy, these hybrid ones, they're okay. We could save this one, but it's older. It's worn. It does still have all the ball bearings, so if you need to, you can still use that. And also on this black hose, we're throwing this one away just because of how much is basically shredding people's hands. It doesn't have any holes in it yet. You could always run some tape around it just to get more time out of it. Once it starts leaking and it's like that, it's just time to toss it. If you bust a hole in one, at the end of it, you can usually repair those. But this, we're either going to completely toss it, or we may just use it as our testing hose here at the shop. So have a great day.